implemented was like they built the table, and then there was immediately like an intern who was like, "Now we gotta flip it." All right. Speaking of flipping tables, we're back for the third session of what was supposed to be the our little intro. I think when I originally drafted this whole Jeremiad thing, I was like, "This is something to round out session one." Give them something to do. It has now turned into a 3-session sprint, which is
we do.
fine by me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take the pen on recapping. Because tell me what I'm forgetting, but what I remember is you guys boarded the Jeremiad with an assortment of items. I would say the only thing off script or like off character sheets or whatever would be you have like an electronics toolkit for when it comes time to cut the transponder out of the Jeremiad and haul it onto the Hermes. It is the Hermes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
To that end, so you board the Jeremiad and you've identified that there are 3 of those iService drones floating about. When you went through the Jeremiad to get to the upper deck, the upper level where the cockpit is, you found one of them, had a brief encounter, told it to get lost, and it did. And that's then where you guys identified that the transponder is not in the cockpit, which was the first guess, but it's actually probably in engineering. And then you found out that in one of the emergency cryopods is a survivor, hereto unidentified.
No, we were given a name.
Oh, okay.
Her name was Julia Reynolds.
Julia Reynolds. Yep, that's correct.
All right.
Yep.
Interesting. Oh.
Yeah, and she's been in cryo for about 18 months. At least that's what we figured out.
Which aligns with when Heliostat Station went sort of belly up off the grid. Cool. I believe Gigi was left with Julia in the cryopod.
It's a great idea.
Yep, Julia was told to watch the body, and Spencer and Rick decided to head back down to the main level and address the airlock, which would lead towards engineering. Understanding that obstacles in your way are 1, the drone banging on the wall, presumably a drone banging on the wall, right? Did you guys open the door?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
we
so
did.
it was a drone banging on the door who walked past you with like its what is essentially its face just sort of like hanging off by wires, right? Walk past you to go to the drone service bay. You guys geared up to go through to run the radioactive gauntlet to get to engineering, and that's when something went wrong. Does anyone remember what went wrong?
The doors opened.
The doors opened, right? The mall security gate thing that Spencer threw over the hole in the hull opened up.
Maybe Alistair's coming.
Alistair's been clipping his toenails on the Hermes.
Sorry, union break, guys. I can't join you just yet. Yeah.
Aww.
I think that's kind of my way of asking Alistair, what have you actually been doing on this ship?
Yeah, I think with the others traipsing around a derelict, now's a great time to try and I guess I don't have access to Mother. That's not something I'm like gonna try and do, but I guess review any computer terminal that I can and look for any kind of discrepancies with kind of what I've been told and what I'm seeing. Yeah, I already can tell this mission is off to a great start, right? We set the kid down in the pilot seat. Magically did not crash anything on the way over to this ship, and I guess we're hoping to get something out of it that'll let us then convene with the systems on the down on the moon.
Okay. So how about before Alistair makes what essentially sounds like a comtech roll? Do you guys want to share any knowledge gained that Alistair would know had he been here last session? So he doesn't ask like a redundant question. What have we learned so far? It's kind of a loaded question, I think.
Not much.
Not much.
I don't think we learned very much.
Okay.
Robots suck.
Okay.
I
Okay.
guess we're looking for the transponder, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yep. The transponder, which will let you approach Heliostat Station without getting shot at by the automated defenses.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How do we want to rule this? I think make a comtech roll, Alistair, and for every success, ask a question and see what kind of answers you can glean.
Cool. So I'm going to roll the Comtech, which is the stat plus my attribute,
Mm-hmm.
and then also throw in 2 dice for stress.
Correct. You can go ahead and reset your stress to 0 if you want.
Okay.
Because we have ruled that the Hermes is sort of it's a home base and a place for rest.
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been getting cozy. Here we go.
And we have also, I think Rick already knows this. The rest of us have kind of caught up and learned that you gain stress through like very specific mechanical steps in this game, not the GM just like handing it out like it's
Yeah.
stale Halloween candy.
All right. Looking for 6s here, right?
Yep.
Wow. Huh. Yeah, I guess everything is what it seems. I don't have any successes. Yeah.
Guess what one of the ways to gain a point of stress is? Failing
No
a roll.
successes.
Yeah. Yeah. So how
Okay.
timely. All right. So 1 stress then. Your research, like I'm assuming maybe you're doing like a deep dive on with the Hermes like scanning equipment to get kind of like maybe like a cursory view of heliostat such as you can see it, to kind of like tell the story by like how the exterior looks. Maybe you know what's going on. Your investigation is cut short when alarms start ringing off about the umbilical that attaches the Hermes to the Jeremiad. Is the integrity of it is failing.
Oh shit!
The ships are
What happened?
Yeah, the ships are decoupling
Uh-oh.
in a bad way. I'm gonna assume that leads you to like run over to the airlock to take a look.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And what you see is eye service drones look like, if I had just said the Atlas robot by what's the name of the real life robotics company?
Intel.
Harvard Dynamics.
Boston Dynamics.
Boston Dynamics.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, so you've seen like the headless like robot jumping from like block to block and stuff like that. That's what an eye service drone looks like, except its ribs. It has like a set of ribs which are actually like small manipulator arms, and they usually have industrial tools attached to them, like cutting torches and stuff like that, used for the industrial work that they do down at LV 908. So maybe kind of picture like the small pinchers on crabs, you know how they have exactly, yeah, but they have big muscular arms. Anyway, and
right.
speaking of which, they're using those arms to like, there's 2 of them, sort of like they have like shunt open the hole that Spencer cut and then patched to board the Jeremiad, and 2 of them are sort of like hanging out of it, half out into space, with the Jeremiad's atmosphere like spilling out around them, and they are busily like using those little manipulator arms to like start like hacking away at the umbilical coupling.
Oh, to sever it. Jesus.
Yeah. They don't seem to notice you, and one of them so instead of like a head or a face, they just have like a panel of like sensors, like a lot of like camera eyes and stuff like that. His sensor suite is like completely shorn off his face and is just sort of like hanging out in 0 gravity by a couple of wires, to the point where every now and then like one of his little manipulator arms like comes up and like taps it to like make it float in 0 gravity to like look like his face is like over here, and he points it to like look at what he's trying to do, you know, as they're steadily cutting away at the umbilical.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my radio and try and get through to the team. Guys, how close are you to this airlock in the Jeremiad? Because it is about to come away in pieces. If I don't hear back from them quickly enough, I'm just going to start putting on a suit.
Okay,
What's this?
So, I mean, if the camera cuts back to inside the Jeremiad, what are we seeing?
So you're in that like midway room between, I would say like towards the engine module and the cargo elevator area where this stuff is happening. You can't see much of anything except for alarm lights and stuff ringing off in the cargo area because all the action is happening where you can't see through the doorway, like right here.
Sure. Are we hearing like the sound of atmosphere evacuating that cargo area, or I mean, what are we sensing beyond? Okay.
Ship alarms are ringing.
We hear what sounds like a breach.
Yeah. Whatever like watered down version of Mother is on here is saying like danger, atmosphere leakage, you know.
Right.
T-minus 8 minutes until all breathable atmo is evacuated.
Right. So I think Giovanni, I mean, as soon as that sound starts going off, he looks at Spencer like, I thought you took care of like the hull.
Oh, I mean, I guess I didn't. I'm sorry.
So I mean, Giovanni just kind of gives you the long blink, you know, thing like, what?
Oh well, I'll just I guess I'll start making my way over there. I guess.
I'm wondering if this is a good time to draw the initiative. What do you guys think?
Sure.
We're starting to get down to pretty delineated actions. So I have initiative cards in my hand. Is it okay if I draw and assign a number to everybody? All right. So with that in mind, I'm going to go top left. Spencer, you're a 10.
Oh, is that good or bad?
No, it's very bad.
Ah!
Rick, you're a 1. Rick, you're 1. Alistair, you're a 9, which I think makes sense for like stumbling into a vac suit. Gigi, a number 4. And I drew 3 and 8 for my eye service drones.
What about Giovanni? Or what about Rick? I mean,
did I forget you, Rick?
You did.
I thought Spencer. I knew you were 1.
Oh, I got a 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the 1. Okay,
so,
awesome.
So Spencer 10, Rick 1,
right.
Alistair 9,
perfect.
GG 4, and I have 3 and 8.
I would like to swap my initiative with Spencer's.
Oh, you can do that?
You can do that. Yep.
We can.
What? That's so cool.
You don't want to go first?
No.
No, I like to breathe.
Did I already? So remind me, were we putting on those suits again because we were about to go into
the suits are in the office.
No, you guys. No. You guys did suit up to run the radioactive gauntlet.
Oh, you're right.
You are suited.
Right.
I believe actually everybody is suited up, including Alistair at the end of this turn.
But maybe not Gigi.
Yep.
Well, she didn't take her suit up, so I assume she's carrying her helmet.
Yeah, we made the joke about she looks like Boo from Monsters Inc.
Oh, yeah. So I don't need to put my suit on.
No suits required. I mean, suits are required, but they're already on. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think like the narrative justification for that swap is really like Spencer tells Rick that, you know, like, well, I guess I should go do that, and Rick is just like giving you like the evil eyes, like yeah. You should go do that.
Yeah, I guess so. That'll push me into gear, I guess. So, all right, I'm going to be annoying since I'm going first. I was hoping I didn't because now I don't know what to do.
Okay, so on your turn, you can do what's called slow actions and fast action. You can do one of each.
Okay.
Slow actions are things like attacking, shooting. Like it would be like a full action in D&D. Think that way.
Yeah.
Fast actions are probably what you would think of as a bonus action in 5th edition.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now.
And I
think
it
looks like I have to move into the zone.
Okay, so moving through door hatch. This is a fast action.
Okay.
And maybe you probably also get to just move on your turn. We'll parking lot that. The point is, I think for the cost of a fast action, you can move through the airlock and into the cargo area.
Okay. I have a question. One, what is it that I see?
Over at the side where you guys entered, I'm using my laser pointer again.
Ooh, I see.
You see two eye service drones sort of like half hanging out of the hatchway.
Mhm.
Their legs are like their feet have actually like exploded out into like claw-like apparatuses, and they've like clutched onto the flooring of the Jeremiad by like cutting into it, and their bodies are like hanging out in through the hole. So by holding on, like the pull of atmosphere out of the ship is not sucking them out, but they are clearly fucking with the umbilical, attaching the Hermes to the Jeremiad. You can see like the spark of cutters and stuff like that coming in.
Okay.
I think coming any closer to them is going to be a challenge because atmosphere is getting sucked out, and you might get sucked out with it.
Yeah, so that's a problem because
That's a
all I have is a cutting torch, and the range is engage, I think. So I have to be like right up in their thing.
Correct. Yeah.
Mm. So did they open the shutter or did they
The
get
shutters,
rid of the
like they
shutter?
like cut it. They like broke it open. They tore it
Oh,
open.
damn. I
Yeah.
wanted to try and close it on them again. Well, I don't know what to do. Because if I get any closer, I'll go into the space, essentially.
Correct. A couple of things maybe to use to your advantage. There's the two
Yeah.
crane arms inside this area, which is used for
Oh.
manipulating cargo.
I
They're
want to
con-
go to them then.
They're probably controlled in the office right next to
I
you.
want to go into the office.
Okay. All right. So I think your action that would be to go into the office and sort of like start booting up the crane manipulators.
Yeah. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt, because that was not something I was like, that doesn't seem.
Before your turn ends, though, I also want to point out that there's the cargo elevator that would open up into the bottom, like it would open up the belly of the ship, and also the other cargo door on the other side. I don't know how useful that is to you, but there's lots of ways to get to space. All right, let's pause there. Alistair, you said the image failed to load. Which image?
Yeah, just in the middle of the screen here. I don't know if you all are seeing something that I'm not.
You should be seeing a picture of the ship.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I can quickly jump out and jump back in, if it'll refresh for me.
Can everyone else see the ship on the whiteboard?
Okay,
It's
yeah,
like a big wiener.
Yeah, you'll know it when you think you're looking at a giant space wiener. You're in the right place.
Okay, I will BRB.
Okay.
Oh, no.
We're gonna keep going because Alistar is down at number 9. At initiative tick 3 is one of the service drones, and he starts cutting away at the umbilical. Thank you. I'm going to represent it by a couple of supply dice, which is going to tick down, and that's going to represent the umbilical being cut. He's not off to a good start. The umbilical, you can see him sort of like his power arms are like pulling at the struts connecting the two ships, and his like cutting tool is not. It's just sort of like the flame is like bouncing off the reinforced strut work. It's not working too well just yet. You guys probably have some good time. And that brings us to initiative number 4, which I think is Gigi.
Yep. Well, Gigi's a kid, so she's gonna try and wake up the only adult in the room, which is
Okay.
it's Dr. Julia, right?
Yeah, you start running. So to
She's in the
open-
cryo chamber with her.
She's in a cryopod, yeah. To take her out, you're gonna have to do some sort of like I want to say maybe a contact roll to
Oof.
start like down cycling the freeze.
Well, let's see. What's her comtech at? It's not great. All right, here we go. And she's got one stress.
There we go. All right, Alistair, all you missed is the eye service drones are focused on cutting the connection off to a bad start, and Gigi has decided to wake up the person in cryostasis.
Yeah. And unfortunately, she didn't have any successes.
Ooh,
No no critical fails, but
I think you gain a point of stress for failing a
Yep.
roll. Okie doke. Spencer, GG. The next eye service drone check. Oh, nearly cuts through. He cuts through like 3 of the struts in one pass of his cutter. And now, Alistair, from your view on the Hermes, it looks like the two ships like think of like when you like bend a paperclip and it starts like really breaking off and like distorting. The connection between the two just like slants, and now the Jeremiad is at like a really weird angle to the Hermes. Mechanically, I started at 5 supply dice, and you're down to 2.
That is not good at all.
Not at all.
We got this.
With that in mind, Alistair, it's your turn.
All right.
Is the map
assuming I've
looking?
got my
Is the map looking any better?
Yeah, it's still loading on my end. I don't know what the I guess yeah.
Let me just send a picture, just for now.
Yeah, that's great.
And that goes.
Assuming I've got my suit all the way on. Geez, yeah. I definitely don't think I can pilot the ship to like correct for the bend that's happening right now. So I think my best bet is just to try and stop them from severing anything else.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll kind of try and rush down the umbilical and if I can make it that far in a turn, try to like grab the heads of these things.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a space to do both, but it seemed like they were trying to like point them. So if I can completely disorient their vision, that's my aim.
Yeah, there is. I would treat this as just like a close combat attack.
Mm-hmm.
Will apply to the both of them.
Right.
But I think what you need to do first is fly down the umbilical.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember how we did that? What was it, like 2 sessions ago? What roll that was?
No, what's the 2 sessions ago?
oh, agility, right?
Was it
Probably mobility.
mobility? Yep.
Yeah, mobility. Yeah.
Yeah, Alistair, make a mobility check to deliberately like sail down the umbilical.
Okay, I'm going fast.
Oh.
1 success.
Yay.
That's all you need. Yeah. Okay, and then you'll just try to basically like mess up both their like sensor plates.
Yes, and this is where I'm even less good at things, but let's see what happens. No successes, but no stress crits or anything either.
Okay. Gain a point of stress. You go it's like you go with momentum, you go swinging down. We described it as there's like a cabling at the end of both umbilicals. So you like carabiner onto it, like go flying down, shooting all like your it'd be like your extra oxygen, for some extra momentum. But you maybe come on just a little too strongly, and the reverse flow of escaping atmosphere from the Jeremiad just sort of like sends you out. You just go like teetering, pinwheeling off of your like carabinered clip to the umbilical, but you're definitely like dancing around the two drones, right? You're right up next to them.
Okay.
They definitely take notice of you and stop what they're doing. So
That's good.
That's something. Yeah, but they're kind of looking at you
from some from one perspective. That's good.
yeah, from a certain point of view. Yeah, and I think that takes us to Rick.
Yeah, so Rick is, in the hallway. He's and I don't think I have a way to light up where I'm at, but I'm in that hallway that's just south of the cargo elevator, and I think he's looking through the porthole. He sees everything kind of going on with Spencer. He turns to the left and sees the stairways, and he's just like, mother, he's about to drop an F-bomb, and that clicks in his mind. Like, oh, wait a minute, mother. And he starts running up the stairs. His intent is to go to the mother console,
Okay.
Up at the front, and he's going to see if he can get mother to issue a command to shut down the
drones. Smart. Okay. I would say with your complete turn, you can get up there.
Great.
Okay, so now we go to the top of the order. We don't draw new cards, but I just want to refresh. Number 1 is Spencer. 3 is a drone. 4 is Gigi. I'm gonna put it in chat this time.
I put it next to my name.
Oh, thank you. Um,
I could have done that for you, Matt.
that's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Well, I also had the other cards. And then 8 is the other drone. And then 9 is Alistair. And 10 is Rick. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay, this works well for me. Okay, top of the order, Spencer.
I'm gonna try and use
Well,
the.
well, hold
Oh,
on,
okay.
Spencer.
Hold on. Okay.
Just want to remind you that you do have the option to pass your initiative to someone else.
Oh, I can do that
So
on.
that's my recollection of the rules, and I'm not trying to be a rules lawyer. So if you guys like, if this is annoying, I'll shut up.
I think it's actually very clever. And
Yeah,
it's not a rule
that's
that you see often in a game like this.
So
I'm looking at
so
it
I
right
think-
now. You can change at the start of the fight or at the start of a round, but never during a round. So it's right now
Right.
or never, and then we go through the list.
Right.
And
So
you
you're
can swap.
we're at the top of a round, and
Yeah.
when it's your turn, you have the option to swap.
And
Oh,
the
right.
only requirement is that you're able to speak to the person.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're all on the ring.
well,
here.
I'm on comms, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, then if you're about to get to the mother, then I'm gonna say swap.
Right.
We're like,
Right. But
this is not looking very good. I hope you have a better idea than what I'm thinking.
damn it, Spencer! I thought you were brought on this ship to get this stuff under control.
I'm here to fix stuff.
There's a big freaking gaping hole in the side of the hull.
And I did
Everything's
fix it.
broken.
All right, so who are you giving the 1 to, Spencer?
Giovanni.
All right, so we're going back to, I think that's where we were at first.
Back to Rick. Yeah.
Very tactical. I like that. Okay,
All right.
Rick, it's yours.
All right. So Rick, busts into the pilot or into the pilot area. I mean, he immediately, we see him kind of come stumbling in there. He's immediately going for the mother console, whipping out his access card and just like, does a quick kiss on it, like please work, as he kind of shoves it into the mother console and is like, mother, are you there?
Mother is there. We're gonna do a Comtech roll to see, and not like you. Given all the time in the world, you could route your commands from here to the drone control module to control the iService drones. But it's really a question of, can you do it under stress in this space?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so I have a 5 wits, and I have a 5 wits, and I have 2 in Comtech. So I've got 7 there, but I have 1 stress already.
Mhm.
So I've got 8 dice. Okay, so I have 1 success and no failures.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to like link up this console to the drone control module,
Right.
and
Shut him down, mother.
I want to say on your next turn,
Okay.
if that's not too cruel.
Nope.
On your next
Love
turn,
it.
I'm looking at like maybe we're gonna emulate the command skill for commanding these drones.
Okay.
Are
you talking about the like? Oh, I see.
The way like
Will-
giving orders with command, but using like
Yep.
maybe Comtech or something for it. I don't
Yep.
know. We'll workshop it when we get back to your
Okay.
turn. It is
Okay,
a drone's
sounds
turn, and he turns his attention away from what he's doing and instead to Rick. And with a very slow like swipe of a massive like industrial strength arm, tries to get at you, Rick.
Do you mean?
I mean Alistair. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sounds like that makes no sense.
Turn me off, will you?
Sorry,
No, you're-
Alistair.
Oops, I closed the stat block for the drone. So I'm pausing for dramatic effects. Da-da-da-da. Oh boy, I'm just gonna roll some dice.
It goes.
One success, 2 successes. Alistair, you're taking a point of damage as your vac suit is like shredded open.
Oh no.
Oh, oh no.
Go ahead and take a point of damage. No, don't, because your suit gives you armor. Your vac suit does give you armor. But go ahead and make 2 rolls of your supply. You have 5 supply on your air. Give me 2 rolls of it as air shoots out of your
Cool.
suit. Yeah.
On the D6?
Yeah. So you'll roll 5 d6s, and for every
There we go.
success, your pool goes down by 1, representing hemorrhaging air.
2 successes.
Oh no.
Then you roll again, now at 3 dice.
I see. Lovely. Whoop. That's all clear that time.
Okay, so you lose almost half your air supply before your suit starts compensating, and like the gel stuff like squirts out and like makes a quick seal on your suit. And
Yikes.
yeah, and the integrity of your suit is definitely compromised. GG, over to you. That's probably not how you do it, but it works for us right now.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So she's just gonna start yelling like, "What should I do? This frozen bitch isn't waking up." She's like starting to get a little stressed out. So she's gonna,
First of all, language.
yeah. Well, she said
No
the B
one's
word.
there.
She's going to let me know if I'm getting the rules right. She's gonna disengage,
Mhm.
and then she's gonna dash up the cargo elevator. I'm just gonna, I want to see which nerds are like, "Hey, that's not alien rules." And she's right.
Did I just out myself? Is that
Yeah,
what you're saying?
Yeah. Is that a rogue? She's gonna run. She's by the cargo elevator, so she's gonna try to climb up the. I think you said it was like open and just
Yep.
broken, right? So she's gonna try to use her gymnast abilities to go all the way up. It connects to that panel by where Rick was, right? Where he ran into the front of the ship. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So she's gonna try kind of get towards the where she thinks people are gonna be, like towards the tip of the dick, I guess.
Okay. I think for your turn, I would be okay with you moving down into the cargo area, and that's where the drones are, and in that office is where Spencer is firing up the crane arms. I think you can get that far.
Yeah, wherever there's like a grown up, basically.
Yeah.
Spencer. Yeah. So she'll run by Spencer.
Although I will say Rick is right there, almost next to you.
Oh, I thought he was going to
No, he's
okay.
he's in there.
All
But
right.
I don't know if Rick is the adult that you would want in this situation.
I don't know if she even knew he was in there, because she thought he was she doesn't know ships, so she thought she was going.
Sure.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
just say she's
You
going
didn't
in
see
the
him.
other direction.
Okay, you
Yeah.
didn't see him. Okay, so now you're right here next to Spencer.
All right.
Okay, very good. Next drone tries to finish off the umbilical. Doesn't work. Alistair, you're getting a great view of seeing like the big power arms trying to like wrench away like the last busted piece of metal connecting the 2 ships. He's straining but not able to break it. With that said, Alistair, it's your turn.
Sweet. Okay.
You got a gun?
I do. I have a shotgun with me, and I'm a lot better at using my shotgun than I am at
Punching?
fisticuffs,
Yeah.
apparently. I think since I'm so close, I think it's better to chance hitting these guys with a gun to rapidly take them out of commission. So I probably can only just hit one with one at a time, but I will do that. There's one that seems a little more bent on destroying the umbilical. I'll target that one.
It's the one with his face like hanging off by wires. Is
Okay,
focused
no
on.
face is getting it.
No face.
Seven, well,
Stress.
7 dice. With the shotgun, it does have a +2 bonus. Does that give me more dice, even on top of my skill? Oh, nice. All right, I'll take it. And
No,
it's still
no, it doesn't. It does. It's just it doesn't. I don't think it gives you more dice. I think it just does that plus that much damage.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah,
Right,
it'd be a
right,
lot of
Rick?
dice.
Do you
Okay.
remember? Rick, do you remember how damage works?
I'm sorry. I was
it's
doing
great.
something else.
Do you
What's
remember how
the question?
there's a lot of rules flying by? Do you remember how damage
Well, it
works?
says mod +1, so I'm assuming it means another
No,
dice.
no, I actually don't.
It's on
That
page
one I
3.
can I was gonna say I'd have to look it up.
I wrote it down as bonus +2 and then damage 3.
Oh yeah, then it does add +2 dice and does at least 3 points of damage plus however many successes you get.
Oh,
Right.
wow. Okay, this is gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So you do as much damage as your weapon's damage rating plus any additional successes you wish to put toward damage. So that can be, and then each damaging hit adds +1 stress level if that mattered.
Sorry guys, it's just a lot of rules flying around.
Yeah, that's good. This is good to figure out. All right, I'm gonna roll it. All right,
It sounded like a lot of dice.
Two successes, and we're only looking for 6s, right? Or are the ones relevant?
The ones on your panic dice are relevant.
Okay, got one of those too.
Oh no.
Ooh, I think that means you are now at risk of panicking.
Yes.
That's what that means. Okay. So let's resolve the damage first. How many successes did you get?
2.
Plus the 3 of the shotgun. So 5. You send the drone flying. It's scattered circuits and servos and everything flying into like the dark cold of space. But it's a big explosion, kind of in your face, and it's really hectic.
Using a gun in 0G also sounds kind of like ill-advised.
Yeah.
It also sounds really cool.
Yeah, it sends you flying. We're gonna make our first panic check of the game.
Oh no.
As soon as I can find it, stress and panic. Okay, the panic roll. As long as you keep your stress in check, blah 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 blah. You roll a face hugger. Resolution. Roll a d6 and add your current stress level. And then we check the table. You have to roll more than 6 for it to be.
Well, I rolled the 6, so 8.
8. You tremble. You start to tremble uncontrollably. All skill rolls using agility suffer a -2 modification until the panic stops, which I'm assuming is going to be for this scene.
I'm going to use those skills for sure soon. So
You shook. You shook. But you did kill one of the drones.
I figured this umbilical was already shredded, so
Yeah.
shotgun in there, not going to do much worse.
Spencer, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna try and use the crane and pull one of the guys off the crane, the area.
Okay, I'm going to treat that as making like a close combat attack, but with the heavy machinery roll.
Okay,
To
well
attack
that's
with the crane
good.
arm.
So I get 8 dice.
And but I think I'm gonna like difficulty, like it should be hard to do.
No, I'm sure. So I'm gonna do that. But I also have 3 stress, so that's a couple of dice.
Mhm.
Good luck.
Let's see. Hold on before you roll.
Oh, I already rolled.
Oh no. Okay, just hold the suspense. Difficulty. It's so I think difficulty takes away dice. So you are going to reroll. Yeah.
I need to reroll.
It's hard. Take away 2 dice because this is hard to do.
Okay.
Take away the 2 lowest ones.
Yeah.
I'll just re-roll it. Can I take away my stress? All right, let's try it again. I did get 1 success on that first roll.
Sorry, man.
Oh, I got 2 successes, but 1 failure.
Well, it's not a failure. It's just
No, it's a face hugger.
so you're panicking.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's resolve the thing first. Your crane, you have 2 successes.
I just yeet it.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's like a big mechanical like punch. So Alistar, like as soon as you shoot your gun and you're like, oh, this is then all of a sudden this giant like crane arm comes like smashing across your field of view and just like shunts the other service drone into space. And then starts retracting. But go ahead, Spencer, and roll a d6 and add your stress level.
That's not good. Okay. D6 plus my stress. Okay. Oh, 9.
9. That's so you're
9.
You're panicking.
Ooh.
In some way.
I rolled a 6. How exciting.
Let me find it. A 9. You drop your item.
Yeah, okay, I guess let go of the controls then.
Yeah, yeah. You sort of like accidentally like log out or whatever.
I
Your stress
just go,
level does
and
increase by
push off the
1.
button.
Yeah, your stress level increases by 1.
Oh no. I'm really stressed, guys.
That's combat. Not only is that combat done, but I think we also set a record for the amount of like rules we probably got wrong in a game. Like,
You know, we probably did
Nice.
everything correct. And I hope
We
they're
did.
all like they're slowly
As
shutting
long as
down
both
because,
teams are having fun, that's all I
yeah,
care about.
Giovanni's
the drones are not having fun. They're not.
but now they're shutting down as they're being
Yeah.
yeeted into space.
Leaving you with just the only issue of being the unresolved hole into the void of space. And also, now that the gunfire and crane arms have stopped, even over the roar of leaking atmosphere, you guys can hear the umbilical straining as the two ships are now sort of like pulling and twisting on each other, right? One beam is probably not a very good hold. Alistar, you can definitely feel it. Like in your panic, you reach out to like touch some of the struts, and you can feel like the metal.
It's still
straining.
vibrating.
Thank you very much,
Guys, can you hear this?
All right, what do you guys do?
Are we out of combat? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, well,
we need to get back on the Hermes really quick, or we need to plan how to get onto the moon on a dead ship.
So Giovanni had jammed his card into the mother console to try to engage with mother when he probably sees like through the cockpit or whatever the two drones kind of drifting through or drifting away.
Yeah, yeah. Gigi's got it.
Right. Okay, great. Then he's gonna turn around and like, I mean, there's like a moment where he puts both hands on the console and he just kind of sighs, but it's really quick. Like, okay, back into mode. I run back down the stairs to try to rejoin the crew.
You got your one belly breath, and now you're
Right,
back
right.
at it. Yeah.
And if I see Gigi as I'm kind of running through, I'm like, it's probably that like, what the hell are you doing here? Like, is she in the same area that I am in that open
it's
hallway?
Spencer.
Okay, you're down by Spencer.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So then I'm gonna just try to run back down towards
Okay.
where.
So I think we're recollecting in that middle area because the cargo area is probably not very hospitable with the leaking hull. I'm okay hand waving it that you guys drag Alistar on board.
I use the crane.
Are we coming up or are we leaving?
I
I mean, at this point, I have no idea where that came from. I just think space has it out for me.
Yeah. Everyone should roll their air supply.
Oh no, that's not good.
We're at the end of every turn. You guys should be rolling air supply at this point.
I have 2 left.
We're good.
Okay. Running out of
I'm
air
okay.
probably doesn't mean you're suffocating, but the air is leaving the ship. So I'll at the end of everybody's turn, I'll roll for the ship as well.
Oh. Yeah, but that ship has a little bit of air, right?
Yeah, like it's still making air, and other areas that are airlocked off are probably still holding air, etc., etc. Running out of air in your suit is not death, if that makes sense. Okay, what are we doing now?
Well,
We are gathered up in this main hallway.
well, this sucks. So should Giovanni, we can't hear you.
Oh yeah, I can't hear you. It
Can you
sounded
hear me now?
yeah.
Yes.
It sounded like you were
Okay.
making a great point though.
Well, I think Giovanni just kind of like when you say, well, that sucks. I mean, Giovanni is just like gives you the incredulous look, like, what?
I mean, I fixed the problem.
Are
Did
we
you-
still losing air?
Okay.
Then you haven't fixed the problem.
Okay.
But that problem was like, I can't fix that one. It seems like that one might be a little bit harder to fix. I need
Did we
more
get what we came for? What if you found in the ship that's useful?
We haven't. We need the transponder doohickey thing. Well, no, I'm a comp tech guy. We need the transponder. It's down in the engine rooms. But the whole hallway, is flooded with radiation. So it's hot in there. I don't know. I look at Spencer like, you're a mechanic. Like, what do we do? What do we do?
Let's send the dumb robots in.
Well, I mean,
What dumb robots? The ones that are floating through space?
Uh-oh.
you saw me like push one off, right?
That was
That was
pretty
you?
cool.
It was cool.
Is there? Does the ship still have power at all, or engines at capacity?
Yes to all
It
the
has,
above.
yeah, it has power, but I don't know if we can move it.
Spencer, can we move through the corridor with all the radiation? Will these suits that we're wearing actually protect us long enough to get to the transponder?
I think it will protect, but we might still. I mean, I'm looking at Alistair's suit. His might not work. Hey, let me see if I have some duct tape somewhere,
Thanks, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, someone fast could probably get something down there quick,
I'm fast.
Oh,
No, Gigi, you are not going to the radio.
I mean, she did a really good job with the piloting. I bet she could do this too.
Oh,
Are you
God.
nuts?
Yes.
He's a 12-year-old.
Excuse me, I'm 13.
Oh, was your birthday yesterday?
It was during the 2 weeks in cryo.
Oh. Yeah. I
Okay,
mean, or I can go get it.
13.
I'm a teenager now.
I'm taking a look at this schematic. Yeah. Are there any more drones left on the ship that aren't trying to disassemble it?
If I remember correctly, there was a third beep on the
Oh, I have the thing.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna blast it.
Yeah, make a supply roll on it.
Yep.
Well,
but it does ping off one more motion detected in the drone module.
Oh, okay.
What about the frozen doctor?
Yeah, what are we gonna leave her or are we gonna take her? Because that'll be kind of tricky.
We're not going to leave her behind. I mean,
There's
really?
another doctor also
Spencer?
on the Hermes, right?
Oh.
The
There is.
Jeremiad takes a sudden your gravity boots almost like your magnetic boots almost don't like compensate for it, and the ship lurches at like a very dramatic angle.
I think,
All right, we got to do this quickly.
I think Rick looks at Spencer.
It's always at Spencer.
I know it's always at Spencer. Like, I'm gonna make you my,
Whoa. Drop the soap.
So Spencer, can you do something about securing the umbilical?
I can try.
Okay, so try.
Okay, I will. And I think I would actually go back into the crane operating room and try and like do something with the crane to just like push the umbilical the way that it needs to be pushed.
Yeah.
So that it's no longer like this.
Heavy
this.
machinery roll.
Okay.
-2 dice.
That's exciting because now I have 4 stress.
Yeah, we're definitely spacewalking that, but if we can keep it attached, that's the main thing.
Yeah. All right. So hold on. I have 8, so now I'll have 6. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
No whammies.
I had 1 whammy.
Uh-oh.
That's it.
One success or one panic?
No, one panic.
Oh, okay. You know the drill. Make a panic.
Okay.
Okay, bye, doctor.
Alrighty, let me just get another dice. So I think I'm doing this right.
Roll a d6 and add your
Oh my
stress
god, I
level.
rolled another 6.
So is that a 10? this time?
That'll be 10. Yeah.
You
yeah,
freeze. You're frozen by fear for 1 round, losing your next slow action. Your stress level and the level of all friendly NPCs in short range of you increase by 1.
Yeah. Well, I don't think
Ooh.
anybody's with me. 'cause
Nobody's
I'm at
with.
the
Yeah,
office.
no one sees you sort of
Fuck
choke
up.
up on the yaw, like the control like joystick for the crane arm, and you narrowly avoid like punching the crane arm like into the umbilical, which would have like severed it for sure.
You know,
But you definitely choked on it.
being in charge of things is kind of stressful.
Uh, roll your air supply, and then
Oh,
we're gonna cut
no.
back to the other 3.
Jesus. All right, so many dice. I'm fine.
Okay,
I'm sorry, did you say all of us need to roll air supply or just Spencer?
Just Spencer's because
No, just me. 'cause
that's the
I'm
end of
failing.
his turn.
Okay.
So we're cutting back to the 3 of you outside radiation door.
Yeah. So Rick is like rethinking his life choices right now.
Lachlan
So
said
am I.
you're gonna hit pay dirt here, and you're gonna get so promoted once you pull this
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, as long as I don't kill the boss's daughter.
Exactly.
Send her through.
So, I mean, I almost imagine like the camera is like looking at least from the scenes with Rick, it's just him looking at Gigi and looking at Alistair and looking at Gigi and then looking for Spencer, who he's assuming is doing his job. And I look at Alistair and I'm just like, I run projects, man. I tell people what to do. I don't know what to do here. Like, we need to go through this radiation-filled hallway to the engine room and find the freaking transponder. And if Spencer doesn't get that umbilical stabilized, we got to do this like now.
Yeah, safe to say we're all a little bit out of our depth here. We can go for the transponders, but yeah, it won't matter much if we lose the Hermes. That's the main thing. I kind of wonder if we can get that last drone working in time for us here. If I could, see it on Gigi's like scanner, it's still probably bouncing into a wall, right?
It's patrolling up in the drone control module, which is on the far north end of the ship.
Okay, that's a little too far then. Yeah, I think you guys are gonna have to just stay here then, and I'll see if I can get the transponder.
Oh.
So I think, I mean, I hear Alistair say that, and then Rick's looking around. Is there any vents or ducts? And I don't even know if he would know whether those would, like, is
No,
there
I
an
mean,
alternate
you
way
know
that
who
maybe
might know
we could,
though. You said there was someone on this ship with us, right?
Frozen lady.
Frozen lady.
Get her defrosted real quick.
Spencer, you have a view like you're looking to like side cameras, to like control the crane arms and all that stuff. You see the umbilical snaps off, and now it's just the cabling connecting the two ships. And even on your fuzzy picture, you can see the cabling like when you like pull a rubber band and it like vibrates. You're seeing the cabling like reverberate.
Oh, we got a problem. Oh no.
Should we leave abandoned ship, as they say?
Go ahead, Spencer. It's actually let's cut back to the other 3 who are coming up on a choice here. To answer your question, Rick, yes, there are vents. If that's what you're looking for, yeah.
yeah, I am, but I'm not so sure that's what I think the way that manifests is he sees the vents and he looks at Alistair and Gigi and is just like, we need to find another way into the engine room. And he kind of like points at the vents and he goes, I don't know that those are any safer than the hall, but maybe there's another way into the engines. do we? I'm not Spencer. I mean, I don't even know.
I can
Is the
fit.
is the radiation coming from the engine room, or is it coming from somewhere else?
Yeah. Can
Spencer's.
I try to observe that
You guys
or
actually already know it's coming from the tritium tanks wrapping around the back half of the ship. So looking
Okay.
at the picture, those like
Yep.
squiggly gray lines,
Yep.
that represents tritium tanks that actually wrap all the way around the ship,
Ah,
full
gotcha.
with dirty tritium water.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
sacks.
Yeah.
So there's a leak somewhere. Is that
It's
the
it
conclude?
that's not known right now. You're just gonna,
Right.
but the gist is that the whatever shielding there
Right.
is for radiation, it's failing, and so
Oh,
this
Right.
whole back
Right.
half of the
Right.
ship is volatile.
Right. Right. So right. And so I think where Rick is going, I mean, with this, the conversation he's having is really just to say, like, we need the quickest possible way into that engine room. Um, so yeah.
I think at
Yeah.
this point, Spencer would call on the radio and say, um, so
That's all he says.
oh,
Um,
so I think we're gonna have to abandon ship.
okay.
what? I was about to climb through a vent.
Just letting you
No,
know.
it was a good idea, Gigi, but it's time to climb on a tripwire now, or
Oh, I like that too.
Where's this doctor where's the Dr. Julia Reynolds?
It's in the
Is she
steerage compartment.
Left her upstairs.
all right? Look at Alistair then and like, can you go get the doctor at least?
I can
And
try,
then
but you guys better get to that airlock right now.
yeah.
Okay.
And Rick grabs Gigi
We're gonna
by
have to
the
do this
arm
without
and just
the
like, let's
without
go.
these
He's already
codes.
running away.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. How quick can I get up there and try and
I mean, that
defrost her?
depends on your mobility roll.
Oh yes.
Before you go up there and defrost her, you missed it last session. The cryopod, these are like emergency use cryopods. Like say someone has like an industrial accident and they need to be stabilized before sent to medical. They're put inside of these things. They're not like the regular big couches that you see in the movies. They're little cylinder things. They're also designed to be sort of like uncoupled from the steerage compartment and ported around, presumably like to like the medical facilities that the ship goes to.
Okay,
The
so I don't
cry-
even necessarily have to defrost her.
The cryopod is essentially like built into like a dolly kind of a deal, like the handle and the two wheels on the bottom, so you can wheel this lady around inside the
Okay,
cryopod.
yeah.
Get her.
I don't know if we have time for the cargo elevator, so sorry, lady. Hope you like stairs.
Bum, bum, bum. She's gonna wake up with like the worst like.
She dies.
All right, everybody else. Rick, you said you grab Gigi, and link up with
but it's
Spencer, and
But it sounded like Gigi was already running or something. So I mean,
Yeah, she's already taken off. So,
so
guess we
Rick,
all run away.
Yeah, you grab onto Gigi, and she carries you back to the cargo set area where you link up with Spencer. And sure enough, when you guys approach that like vacuumous hole inside of the ship, all of you can see what Spencer already knows is that the umbilical's shorn off, and it's just the guiding cable connecting the two ships. You're literally hanging on by Spencer's like welding job to connect the cable to the thing.
Yeah, we gotta go.
nice.
All right, everybody make a air supply check.
Oh no.
No.
Uh-oh. I'm down to 1.
Oh boy,
Okay. She's down to 1.
Just looking for sixes or ones and sixes count in this case.
just sixes.
Okay, we're good.
Reduce your dice pool. Okay.
Looking a little
I'm
pale
sorry,
there, Spencer.
I'm sorry. I guess I did that. We're looking for successes.
Yeah.
That's
Thought
my
we were
understanding.
looking for ones.
On supply dice, it doesn't
Okay.
matter. If you look for one number, right? You can make it a 3 if you
Right.
wanted, but one number depletes the dice pool. I think you're actually right, Rick. It is the ones.
1. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're supposed to be rolling the stress dice with the face hugger, and I think face huggers
Mhm.
Right.
functionally it doesn't matter.
Well,
So
next
it does.
time
You're
I'll
right.
take that.
I'm down to a 3.
All right.
Psychologically, it does.
So you guys are psyching up for the trip back to the Hermes, and Alistair, that's where you come back in tow with Cryopod.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Oh God,
Looking a little
Roll-
battered
Roll a
and
death
dented.
save
Yeah.
for the lady.
we're taking the death save for the lady.
All right. One by one, mobility rolls to get across, right? Who goes first?
Well, and we got to figure out what we're going to do with Dr. Julia.
Oh, her thing is
Reynolds.
designed to clip onto these things and go.
Perfect.
Yep.
Awesome.
Ooh,
Clip it.
let's just climb on her and ride it across.
That's a great idea.
It's actually not a bad idea.
If we're all attached to the same thing, we'll
Yeah, we can all
We'll all
roll.
die
Well,
together.
Yeah. Just like Matt
Love it.
wanted.
How would we do this then?
No, you clip on and ride it across. That's fine. That's fine. And in fact, the cabling like shakes as you guys ride along it, telling you like how much strain it's under, but somehow manages not to
Luckily,
snap.
it's in space.
Am I at a minus for my mobilities for the panic I had earlier?
Yeah, but you guys are circumventing the roll by using the cryopod.
Taking the gondola.
It's fine. You guys make it across to on the gondola. All right, with no transponder but an extra crew member, you guys
Nice.
managed to sort of collapse back onto the Hermes.
Hmm.
And I'm assuming you decouple from the Jeremiad at that point, right?
Don't want to crash into it or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, and it actually sends. You can see the Jeremiad is in like a slow spin out of this little pocket of like clean space, and it's definitely on its way into the
Cool.
debris field again.
Well, that was exciting.
But we don't have the garage opener.
No.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
That was
Right.
our ticket to the station without getting fired on. Is it
Well,
which way is it headed? Right? Maybe getting back in the ship and decompressing and everything, but has it moved significantly in a new direction, or it's just kind of back into
It's
obscurity?
a slow spill out of this pocket. Yeah.
but it's spilling into a debris field.
Yeah.
Debris field.
Probably
yeah.
not safe to.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Rick's thinking that our only option is really now to head planet side and try to disable the heliostats auto defense from the ground.
Remember when we said we didn't need a pilot? Now we needed it twice.
How much atmosphere is on LV-908?
Yes, there is atmosphere. It'll kill you in like 8 minutes.
Oh,
Okay, well, that also makes the
Yep.
spaceship part real hard.
Yep.
No space jumping then.
Somewhere on the planet is a facility where they did some tritium processing surface side. You know that much. I mean, presumably that means, and because of these shuttles, there must be some sort of landing pad or something like that down there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Can we try to approach an orbit without getting shot at from where we are?
well,
We can
Maybe.
we can move away from the heliostat. We just can't go too much closer.
Yeah.
Than where we're.
what about this lady?
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Are we on our ship now?
Yeah. You're on
Yeah,
the
the
Hermes.
first thing Spencer's doing is he's going to open some alcoholic beverages.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna say
it. And just sit for a
What-
couple of minutes.
What's your stress at,
4.
Spencer? Okay, that's a little higher than what we
We-
probably want. So, just as a reminder to everyone, I do have Napper Love. It's one of the things that I got as a corporate liaison, which I can use to reduce somebody's stress to 0.
Oh,
So it's a hypo, right, or injection type thing. But I only have the one, right? So just as a reminder, it's there, And there is some advantage to having at least a few stress dice.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it becomes a thing. I don't want to steal your player agency. So like if you want to be de-stressed, I can certainly do that at some point.
I'd like some drugs.
Well, if let's read into a little bit further. Every 5 to 10 minutes spent in a safe area, your stress level is reduced by 1 point. We've ruled that the Hermes is sort of a safe haven. So I think you guys could take time if you wanted to. The only time pressure you have right now is the Jeremiad is slowly like spinning away from you. So if you still wanted to do something with the Jeremiad,
I had a really dumb idea about that.
You know, there's never any dumb ideas.
No, I mean, we don't have dumb ideas here.
We lost our chance to really like pilot that thing, but presumably it had some power left, right? What about like I don't know, trying to use it to divert the rhythm of the station's defenses to make an opening for us to approach? I don't know how we get it to go the right way. We're not exactly a toe ship either.
We got to redirect it somehow then.
Yeah.
But that's a good idea.
Maybe the mothers can work it out.
Yeah, Rick, you did plug in your corporate access card into the system.
I did. Yep.
So do you think that would give you like a remote channel to the Jeremiad?
Well, I'm incentivized to say yes. Of course it would.
If Mother's in a good mood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's. I love that idea. That's a great idea, Alistair. So, so you mentioned that. So Rick will go to the console, the mother console inside the Hermes, and mother, can you establish contact with the Jeremiad? Access code, blah 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 blah.
Yes. The answer is yes, but signal is getting fainter as time goes by.
Well, let's do this. Do you need me to make a contact roll at all, or
yeah,
or are we okay? All right, so 3, 5, 7, and I assume that we've been here at least 5 minutes, so I probably don't have any stress. Is that fair?
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. 1 success.
Connection established. You have remote control of the Jeremiad.
All right. And I don't know how to pilot the damn thing. GG.
Skyfield time.
Oh.
She still got
all right.
+2 from last time.
I hold up my beer and be like, yeah, you did it. Yeah.
All right. So this is more like a video game than last time.
Because now you're remote piloting the Jeremiad. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What is it we're trying to do?
Well, I'm like sitting with you by the window now or something. I'm like, see those cannons. Yeah. And as I was clipping my toenails, I could tell they're going off in a steady interval. Oh. So if we can just, give ourselves a window here.
Oh.
With someone else's ship.
Use the Jeremiad like a shield, basically.
Oh, and then we go behind it.
Oh. So you just got to pilot 2 ships?
You can do this, G.
You got to pilot 2 ships. One of them is remotely. Yeah.
One of them's you're steering.
We don't know if they have backup cannons.
The other one's you're steering with your feet.
Good news is she has 7 dice at this point to use.
So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it 1 piloting roll. But this sounds very difficult.
Yep.
This sounds extremely difficult, actually.
Maybe you guys should help her. And you can
sure.
Get another 3 dice.
There you go.
I'm helping.
So I could definitely help from a Comtech perspective. I suspect if I'm connected in through Mother to the Jeremiad, trying to maybe have Mother, make micro adjustments to the Jeremiad that line up with whatever GG needs.
All right. So here's where I land mathematically. +3 dice for the help, -3 dice for this being a formidable task.
-3. So basically, back to the OG7.
Alistair is staring out the window with a stopwatch.
and she's got 2 stress dice. So She's
Saying you get a beer if you get this one, little one.
nine dice total. So there we go. And you just need one success for the two.
Yeah, one success.
All right, here we go.
Oh, you're muted.
Everybody hold on.
This is suspenseful.
Oh, I don't know how I got muted. All right, so I have 3 successes,
Yes, Gigi.
So with
Uh,
panache, yeah.
but the face huggers, it's a 1, right?
So you're panicking while you do it.
No,
yeah.
no, I didn't get one. I was asking, is it
Yeah.
correspond with a 1 or a 6?
A 1.
Okay, 1.
Okay,
All
sorry,
right, yeah. Yeah, then no panic failures then.
Oh, okay, awesome. So with
This
style,
child is
yeah.
the best character we have.
So 3 successes.
What happens? I think so. So the Jeremiad sort of like turns under your remote control, and like these old giant thrusters on the back like spark up before they start a steady burn, and the Jeremiad basically like plows the way through the debris field ahead of you, allowing the Hermes to sort of like fall in like behind and maybe below it a little bit. And you can't hear it, but you can definitely see the Jeremiad like shake under the pressure of taking like repeated like cannon shots
Oh,
Mark.
as Helios is shooting through it at you, right?
Whoa.
And the Jeremiad splits and breaks apart just as you guys enter like past like the minimum range bubble.
Oh, look,
these
there
guns.
goes that beacon.
There it is.
It
I'm
smacks
trying
your
to
windshield and like
concentrate.
keeps going. And as you guys go, pretty much like Tokyo drifting your way into like the hangar bay of the closed door hangar bay of the heliostat station. Alistar, you said you were watching through the window. You see on one of these big artillery cannons, you see a figure in a hazmat suit, a vac suit. It's sort of like hanging on to like what must be like the manual control console for the gun. Like he's just sort of like hanging off of it. Like he's got his arm on it and he's like dipped over the side of like he's just reaching out into like the void of space so he can like see you seeing him. And this figure actually like waves at you as you come. Before you have time to even share that knowledge, I was absolutely clear. The doorway to Heliostat Station did not open up to admit you guys in. So the Hermes goes like crashing through it.
that sounds right.
Before
Right on target, though.
Yep,
Yeah.
right on target. Before artificial gravity sort of like kicks in, and your shuttle or ship is like pulled, and like you kind of like land skidding in like a long crash across the hangar space into Heliostat Station.
Wow.
I did it.
A little rough.
No, I mean,
Good job, kid.
what's the saying? Any landing you can walk away from is great.
I never heard of that saying, but I'm gonna remember that one from now on.
Alarms are going off like crazy inside the
Oh.
Hermes. Of
Oh, let
course.
me guess. I'm supposed to fix those alarms.
Be nice.
You get some overtime,
nice if
Spencer.
you did something around here, Spence.
You
Top
know,
security.
can't work miracles.
So can
sometimes.
can I bank the other 2 successes like last time? So she's got like the other.
I will give you one because I think one success went to the Jeremiad.
Oh, the other
Yeah.
ship. Gotcha.
Yeah. So pocket 1 for your next piloting roll. Even though piloting is not important for this campaign, guys. We're not.
Well,
No.
we don't have a ship anymore.
You can't say that.
We have a bigger ship now.
Okay, and this session we can write it out to like getting like a status of the Hermes Heliostat, but as far as walking from the Hermes into Heliostat, that'll be next session.
Cool.
So let's.
That'll be the Christmas episode. It's gonna be snowing.
That's right, Christmas on Heliostat. Okay, yeah, alarms are going off like crazy right now. This ship is in bad shape. But it is intact.
Do we have a hard seal on the hangar, or is that also void now?
Hangar hard sealed. Yep, the emergency,
Okay.
the
Emergency doors.
giant mall gate doors came
Ooh,
down.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm glad those shut. I hope no robots decide to just, open those
You
again.
see giant eye service drones. Like
Please stop.
everything's just bigger. I mean,
Team squatters. There was a guy in that cannon, or like outside of it somehow, spacewalking in order to try and take aim on us in the.
Wait, he was trying to kill us?
But wait,
What? That's impossible, Alistair. Certainly you must have like some kind of space sickness, right?
I-
That's a thing,
I-
isn't it?
yeah.
I saw a guy. He was in a suit. He looked at me. He waved at me.
Oh.
He waved. He
Did you
took
wave
his
back?
time to just wave at you,
I-
like
And then we crashed into. Maybe I have a concussion. I don't know.
Yes, that sounds very strange.
Hmm.
all right. Like I think Rick is like not dealing with what Alistair is saying, obviously, and he's just like, I need to run status reports. I need reports.
I'm just gonna compartmentalize that.
Right,
Some
right.
paperwork.
So mother, like, and I'm just taking status on the ship, and then if while you guys are doing what you're doing, I'll try to get status of the heliostat, any logs or any kind of information I can about like what its current situation. That's my intent.
Okay.
That is just to start like gathering information. So if you want to do the other guys while I'm doing that, that's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah. Rick says I can't deal with this, and he goes out to the mother room.
Yep.
Oh, well,
Awesome.
there he goes. After he gives the orders. I'm gonna go try and turn off
Which you
the
don't follow
alarm.
anyway, so what do you care?
I follow
Just like
them.
yell out the door.
No, wait,
He's
the
on the
lady.
intercoms. Yeah.
I heard that.
I'll try and turn off these alarms.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know
then it's-
how. I mean, I'm sure this ship is kind of fucked.
Yeah.
At this point in
Spencer,
time.
like drunkenly, like
I'm not
that button
drunk
ain't
yet.
it. That button ain't it. That nope. And eventually, you do hit the button,
Nope.
which at least
Nope.
quiets the alarms. The lights are still going off, but the
that's good.
the beeping has stopped.
Gigi, let's see if we can wake this scientist up.
Well, can I ask a question, Matt? So when we crash through the door, is there like a force field that's keeping atmosphere in, or is it just like
Emergency doors closed over those.
imaginary close?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so we can kind of get out into this general area if we want to.
Atmosphere hasn't been verified yet, but yes.
Oh, okay. Because I don't know if we want to get the lady out of here, Marshall.
Make sure, yeah, she survived that crash. Do we have another? Also, the scientist from our first session who was
He's still sleeping.
Yeah, he's still
Okay.
sleeping. Yeah. He will be actually not dead if Dan does join us after all.
okay.
We'll see.
Has he mentioned anything?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No, so I don't know.
He's dead to us.
well, we never
this
met
point,
him, so
yeah.
it's okay.
All right. So we're taking Dr. Julia to make me like the medical.
Mhm.
Okay. It's actually a pretty straightforward process to like thaw out one of these emergency cryopods. They're not meant to be reused after they're de-thawed.
Oh,
They're one use only. But yeah, she comes around very gradually. A lot of like sickness from it. But after like giving her hydrate, like a hydration IV or something like that, after some time, she does actually sit up.
she's gonna be up in her face like, "Hello, lady."
Oh my god!
And she's gonna be like excitedly telling her all the shit she's been up to as like a kid, like, and then I Tokyo drifted into the space station. Sorry about your ship; it's destroyed.
Dr. Reynolds.
Julia, and Julia just sort of like puts her hand not on like Gigi's face, but like kind of like pushes like
Move, child.
and it's kind of like, oh, thank God, an adult.
We retrieved your hazard capsule or whatever from your ship, which is
The Jeremiad.
you were the only survivor that we found.
Oh, I was the only one on board when
So
I left 908. Thank you. Not
Well,
really
don't
sure.
thank me yet. You're still on 908. We're on heliostat now, and I
No,
think we have a lot of work ahead of us if we're gonna get off
no,
it.
no, 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 no. She gets up and starts like panning around the room. Like, this is a ship. I'm not on 908, and I'm not on heliostat.
Uh-oh.
Dr. Reynolds, we were sent on a mission to get this station operational again, and we've already encountered several difficulties, but I'm sure that working together we can overcome them.
Yeah, sorry, we just stole you.
That's a cop.
She starts pushing past you for the door. In
Put some
her
pants on
yeah,
first.
in her hospital gown thing and all. Yeah, she
Butt hanging
pushes
out.
at you. Yeah, for the door. Yeah, dude. If you don't stop her, she
Yeah, I mean, I'll be like, wait, you're in no state to
we
see
are
these
on a
emergency
ship.
lights.
We are not on. It's called the. She like even point. This is the Hermes. We're not on heliostat.
Well,
Parked it.
Gigi helped us. Yes, we have landed on heliostat.
Why we have to go? It's not safe here.
What's wrong?
We have to go. There are people here who aren't safe. I'm the only survivor. We have to go now. And she's sort of like clutching at like your shirt or your jacket, Alistair, like in desperation. Like, please understand what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I think I'm getting that. These people you're talking about, they were operating the point defense cannons, right?
Right. And you,
How many of them are there? Are they? What are they doing here?
What, like, insert the meme here. What year is it? Like, when is it? I don't know. How? I mean, there were almost everybody on the station was converted. We have to go.
Converted, you say?
Yeah.
They
Like
I need
promotion?
it. Now she starts like patting down your chest, and she's like, "I need cigarettes. Do you have a like? Do you smoke, Alistair?" Because she's like,
ask Spencer. He has all kinds of fun stuff.
I probably have like a bent to spare somewhere, but yeah.
Yeah, she like fishes it out of your pocket and like shakily like.
I'll give you some time. I think. Yeah, this is a really trying circumstance. What you know about this station is probably gonna be the key to keeping us alive.
You give me. She like waves you off with the almost like threatening you with the cigarette. Like, you give me some time.
All right.
And you brought a child?
I am a teenager. And I saved your butt. Or actually the cop did, but I told him where you were.
We have to go. It's not safe here. Give me some time. And then we're gonna scene and flip over to Spencer, right?
Sure, I'm
Just having his merry time, like
just throwing stuff at the, with my wrench, just throwing the wrench at things, trying to stop this beeping.
okay. Well, it doesn't stop beeping till you like get the full schematic diagnostic.
I'm assuming I would try and figure out what's wrong with the ship.
It's bad. It's bad.
Oh, it's probably I had a feeling.
The good news, the Hermes is still like intact. So you can think of it as like a little pocket on Heliostat Station, but it's going to need like extensive repairs to pick up again. It's pretty much indefinitely parked until it gets heavy repairs. The good news is it's all kind of stuff that could probably be done inside of a hangar bay. Like you would, in your experience, you would think that like most of this stuff is here. The good news is you like crash landed into a garage.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah. So with time and with a little bit of luck, you could probably get it fixed.
So after I do that, I'm gonna just sit there and relax because now we're in a particular relaxation period
Okay.
and just take a drink.
All right. And now we slow cut over to Rick,
Does
who's
that reduce my stress levels?
yeah, it does. It does.
All of them?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So Rick, I think Rick goes into the mother room, and like when he first steps into the room, the camera just kind of like focuses on his eyes a little bit, where it's just that kind of like darting eyes, like he's stressed, like what the hell is going on here? Um, and he then just kind of immediately kind of falls into like project management mode, and he's like, okay, all right, I gotta get the status, like understand the situation, like figure out the next step. All right, and he heads for the console, sits down into the recliner chair or whatever, and he just immediately is like in work mode. Mother, can I get a status on the Hermes? Like what's the situation on the Hermes? What do I need? Because basically he's looking for the list of tasks that he needs to give Spencer,
Yeah.
right? Because at this point, like he's literally like, I'm not qualified. Spencer's my guy. I got to get him. I got to tell him what to do.
If I can boss Spencer around, everything will be okay.
Right. Because Spencer is the only damn one of us that has actual practical skill. Is like the way that he's kind of looking at it. So he wants to do that. Then he wants to understand like what's the state of the helio stat? What's the state of the Jeremiad? Like what's the state of the situation down on the ground? Like he's just in that information gathering role
Okay.
mode.
So first, the state of the Hermes is exactly what I told Spencer. Right. But you do get like a specific like printout of like fixed, items 1 through 47, and you should be okay. The printout,
Mother, I need that in priority order, please.
Yeah.
Which and he just kind of works through that.
The dot matrix printer kicks out quite a few reams.
Right.
Before
Right. No, totally get it. Out of character, I think if there's an opportunity to give Spencer extra dice, it would be based on like whatever these printouts are that I'm generating, as far as like fix this first, then fix that, and I don't stop drinking your beer or your whiskey or whatever the hell you're drinking and like get to work, man. This is what you're getting.
That Pepsi can that Pepsi can's not fooling anyone, Spencer.
Right. It's not Pepsi.
Yeah.
It's Coke.
All right. So now the Jeremiad. I'm doing this from easiest to hardest to answer.
Right.
The Jeremiad blown to smithereens. Mother is able to get like a current like weather readout of LV 908, and it's like surprise, it's still more typhoon, hurricane winds and stuff like that.
But I guess part of that question is is that any different than it normally is? Right.
It isn't, but Mother is like pleased to report that the planet side service station is still considered it operational. Yep. And here's like the transponder links for like direct like GPS autopilot from heliostat to 908 if you wanted to do that. So
all right, perfect.
I think the gain there is you're able to have figured out exactly where the operation facility on 908 is. So if you had gone straight to there, you guys would have been like flying around the planet looking for where to land. Now you know exactly where to go.
All right, perfect.
That's a gain.
So last big question, right?
Heliostat station, yeah. Let me I'm going to twist the knife and ask you, what do you expect heliostat station to look like?
So I think, I love that question. I don't think that I think, Alistair, you told me that there was a guy like out there, right? And I think we established like I was too like focused or too out of sorts to like truly hear that. So I think I think that Rick is expecting heliostat to be in the status that he was told last
Lachlan.
by Lachlan, right? Which means that I think I'm expecting it to be abandoned or not or on minimal operations. And but what I think he's hoping to find is a way to go from heliostat to the ground, because that's he's feel like that's the next place we have to go, right? So he's going to be looking for things like how do we get the station operational? Are there any, like, is there some other ship, or are there parts, or are there things that we can use so that Spencer can do my bidding and fix the ship, and we can go down, blah 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 blah. So I think that's kind of, but he's not expecting to find people.
All right, we'll buckle up.
Yep.
Actually, before, is anyone else expecting something from heliostat station? I guess maybe I should have opened this question to the whole group. Not just Rick.
You know, what Spencer knows is that it's empty. That's what I remember, and we're just supposed to like fix it.
Okay, heliostat station is indeed operational. Was never really mothballed. It was decommissioned and sort of like quarantined instead of being like closed up. Again, that the mother's language there is specific. Heliostat station has been quarantined. When you run like a station diagnostic from Hermes to heliostat, you find that the station is largely inhospitable, except for specific pockets here and there in different sectors of the station where it looks like people have like pocketed away their own power, life support, etc., etc. And it actually looks like a couple separate colonies kind of like coexisting on Helios, like separated by like swaths of no atmosphere, no power, nothing like that. But it's warm in specific areas. And then it gives you like a warning readout of like heliostat station has been considered quarantined due to massive like loss of control and biological infestation. Do not recommend visiting blah 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 under forfeiture of blah 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 blah.
Mother, please define biological infestation.
It spits
Not
out
reassuring.
No, it spits out like a quarantine code that speaks more towards like you are like, if you approach, you're like voiding all warranties on like whatever you're approaching.
Right.
Kind of a deal.
Right.
It's need
Why
to
are
know
we
only,
here
and you
again?
don't.
Yeah. So, out of character, I guess, Matt. I mean, that seems like a cliffhanger moment, and so I'm like not sure if you want to cut the scene or the session there.
I'm kind of looking for it. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. But to the point, I think Spencer was kind of building to the point. Yeah, it's absolutely nothing like what Lachlan was.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
I like that the lights have been on the whole time, and you're just like, oh yeah, nobody's home,
Yeah.
We'll go fix it up.
We
Have
just
running
need to
out of
go
time.
spin it back up. It'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be like,
It's a fixer-upper.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is the
It's just
equivalent
automated cannons.
Yeah.
We're good.
There's been lights on in the attic the whole time.
Right.
Kind of a deal.
Nice. Awesome.
So the reason I need to stop here, one, is I have like a idea of what's going on at Heliostat in mind, but I haven't mapped it out at all. So I think what we're looking at is sort of doing sort of a mega dungeon crawl into Heliostat Station.
Oh, dragons.
But I haven't like mapped it out at all. So
Love
I'm
it.
not ready for that. Okay. Glad you guys like, because also that'll give us the opportunity for people to like drop in and drop out as you guys like leave the Hermes to go and explore Heliostat Station, come back. You've got a home base kind of a deal.
Yeah, it's. I hope it's a home base.
It's kind of all sideways and
I mean,
flashing
I'm going to be
red, but-
fixing it for the next how many 47?
You damn
things?
well better be.
Fix rubber.
What are you doing traveling through this dungeon with us? Get back to work.
Oh, all right then.
I would appreciate like a and I know I haven't given you like any concrete things to like go off of, but I'm looking for like when we meet next session, what you guys would leave the Hermes to go do, right? Like what kind of priorities, and we can play around with it between sessions and stuff like that. And I know I said we're gonna wait like a week or two. I would actually rather wait until we have like a firm idea of like what we're leaving, what we're doing in the next session, and that I think that'll be our defining tempo is why we're
I like it.
you know, and I think the most obvious first pressing matter is you need like parts for the Hermes,
Yes,
right?
that's what I was thinking 1st.
Mhm.
Parts,
Yep. Yeah, more to follow.
and then crazy scientist lady.
They've all been converted.
Converted.
What a line.
They have been converted.
What, to make it like to
I'm
full
giving
time?
her
or
an
what?
accent. She's Russian.
Everybody's Protestant.
Awesome. And then before we get into experience points, how about I would love to hear theories or ideas that you guys are having. Not because I don't
mean-
have any, but
Craziness. Crazy.
Yeah.
craziness. Okay.
So I gotta say I don't have any theories yet, but I gotta also say I haven't attempted to put together any theories. I just like the fact that Rick is being confronted with the fact that Lachlan either is an idiot or is a liar, and the fact that I also have his daughter here is an interesting situation. Not
He
that
really doesn't like his daughter if he is lying.
well, but I think we established like Gigi got on the ship, and Miguel, you'll have to clarify this, but I believe Gigi like got on the ship without Lachlan's awareness, correct?
Well, Mr. X knew. He was
Okay.
there.
But I think the point is like your dad didn't like put you on the ship or anything. You
We
did
never
it
heard that. Yeah.
in
I
spite
mean-
of your father.
Yeah, I mean, you guys kind of get the impression that she kind of like
I do my own thing.
persuaded her way onto the
Right.
ship, and that her dad
Right.
usually doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
with
that
her.
she's been doing this
Right,
like
right,
already,
right.
which I love. That's
Right. So I will definitely say I'm like the whole biological infestation piece. I got to think on that because that implies an infection, some kind of mind control.
That's what I'm thinking. Some sort of mind control, maybe a hive mind type situation.
Right.
I mean, even without
Dangerous.
knowing this in character, like yeah, just getting the like the details that Mother was telling Rob's character there was like, this is exactly what I feel like Alistair would have experienced to some extent, right? As a former colonist, right? Like having things go south in a
Yeah.
closed system.
Uh-oh.
Cabin fever, right?
Yep.
Kind of a deal.
Yeah. Gigi's just having a blast, but Miguel is like hoping that it's a cult of some kind and they're like sacrificing people and all kind of weird shit going on.
You're hoping for that, okay?
That's Miguel.
Matt takes notes.
Wait a minute. Which game system are you playing?
Yeah, I like that we're playing Alien and not one. You guys are like, oh, it's probably like a cult or maybe like a hive mind thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Space dragon cult.
Yeah. I like the fading
Well, not
ignorance.
very many
even
aliens
out of
wave to
character.
people.
Yeah. That was a guy waiting.
It's a xenomorph in a suit. Yeah,
Hey there.
this gets them every time, guys. I love this. Yeah.
He's the harbinger. Like, welcome to Helios Station.
All right, experience points. Let's go through the list. Everyone who participated gets a point just for being here. I like that.
Ooh.
Nice.
Did you risk or sacrifice something to further your personal agenda? Anybody feel like they made a sacrifice?
Nope.
Okay.
This time.
Did you risk your life for your buddy PC?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I think Alistair did.
Who's his buddy though?
Oh, you're muted,
You're muted.
Kevin.
I don't think Alex.
He wants us to read his lips.
Oh, I think he wants. He's probably talking with someone. Did you challenge or
he's-
stand up to your rival PC?
Oh, he's-
I don't have one of those.
I was gonna say I had Gigi as a buddy from the first session, but after this session, I feel like I put Spencer down too.
Okay,
oh, nice.
I'm fine
Oh.
with that. Everyone's.
He patched me up, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't yeet me with the claw.
Did you make a panic roll? If you did, you gain experience points.
Oh,
You gain
What if
one
you made-
experience point for making a panic roll.
just A.
Yeah, not 3 experience points for 3 panic rolls.
Okay.
Did you overcome a dangerous event using violent or non-violent means? I would say absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So mechanically, I was rolling. I'm loving the supply die mechanic as like a spin down thing, and I had the struts was on 5 supply, and then for one roll, the camera thing where it was down to like just the cable, I rolled 4 successes.
Yeah,
With
that was
like
rough.
Yeah.
That was rough.
So I was like, the only way to describe this is that it's literally hanging by a thread.
Yeah, I wasn't
yeah.
going to
Space thread.
fix that one.
Space thread, yeah.
You know, and I love. So I got to say, I love the fact that the group abandoned the Jeremiad.
I
I mean,
do
even
too.
though like we needed that transponder, but we're like, nope, we're not getting it. Like,
Yeah.
you
And
know,
do
we
you
made
think-
a real call.
Do you think with the transponder that means you guys would have been able to just like glide in and park in the heliostat? Because that's what I
Apparently not.
That's
No,
Well,
I don't
that's-
think we would have been able to then.
yeah.
but
That was
that's
the
what I
hope,
think
I
what we
think, yeah.
expected. Right.
Yeah.
I think that's what we expected.
Yeah.
At least I can definitely say that's what Rob expected, and that's what Rick expected.
I think that's
Was
what
that we get
that's what I think that would have been the prize for getting the transponder.
right.
Would have been
Otherwise, why
yeah.
go for it, right?
But surprise, there's people manning this.
There's a guy
thing.
shooting
Right.
waving at us
I,
while he
I
does
think
it.
I was going to say, I think the really disconcerting part is he waved at us. Which means that he knows that we're not part of his group, right? And he's watching us come in. It wasn't just like some random, like, oh, there's a piece of space debris coming towards heliostat. He waved. He recognized the fact that there were people on that ship
He's all
coming
Friendly
into
cult.
the heliostat, so they
See.
know we're here.
this is the kind of shit I need to write down. That's why I asked you guys if you had
Right. Well,
Mm-mm.
right.
Wait,
Might
are
be
you still
visited
recording, Matt?
soon.
Yeah, we're sort of
Oh, well, yeah.
Stop now.
Well, because last time you also said there wasn't a mother terminal on the ship because it was too small, and then this time you're like, oh, there's mother, and I was like, yeah.
Oh,
Our one viewer is going to be like, wait a minute.
no. There's no mother on the Jeremiad, but there is on Hermes.
I know, but we
But
have to-
I ran up and I asked about a mother terminal, and I said Rick went up there to try to engage with mother to shut down the drones.
But that still wasn't mother. That was you just used the Jeremiad's
so it was
like
mother
like
light.
control console. Yeah.
So that's cool, but
That was
I
dad.
specifically had said
Oh.
like, hey, I want to go have mother do it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's good though, because if you hadn't done that,
We'd
like
be dead.
my idea would not have worked. Like we wouldn't have had the radio whatever like access.
yeah.
Like you established that by doing
right.
a bit of systems work on the Jeremiad.
Because I want to get as far away from Miguel talking about my campaign being inconsistent as possible. Let's
No,
move on to
I love this. I love this. I love our one viewer being like, wait a minute.
Inconsistency.
It's an alternate universe.
That's right. Okay. Did you make a significant discovery or revelation? By
Well,
chance,
Alistair
maybe.
did.
Yeah.
Multiverse.
Yeah.
So
Our
is
viewer
that-
gets an experience point.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say that's for the person that discovered it, right?
I think you all have, right?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Oh, because you've shared the information.
I told them
Okay.
that there's
Yeah.
people here.
Okay.
Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind?
Gigi did.
Well, we all did.
Yeah,
right?
GG.
And did you earn any
Did-
money?
So, so I'm sorry. Did we all perform extreme action? I know Gigi
You guys were
did,
helping.
but-
Well, you guys were helping.
Oh,
I
that's
think like
true.
a
That's
spacewalk on
The
like
spacewalk was
is
impressive.
a pretty good
the-
one.
And the shotgun.
I think Alistar's like heroic. Yeah, that was like something out of a action movie scene where he like zips down the line to like body tackle the drones. He didn't
Yeah,
succeed, but
yeah.
he was still the effort was there.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
I think that's Alistar's. I think Spencer using the crane arm, right? I think Rick hot wiring the drones and also the Jeremiad and also interfacing with Mother.
Mhm.
And then I think Gigi's pilot holding two controllers
Yeah.
at once, like steering
One with her
motions.
feet.
Yeah,
One of them's on
Yeah, she was
WASD.
doing hands and feet.
One on WASD, yeah. Kids these days, man, they play
Two-
two games at
yeah.
once. Yeah.
Two-player,
So,
yeah.
Like her eyes are going like this.
Absolutely, and no money earned.
Oh,
not yet, anyway.
Right. Not
Okay.
yet.
Yeah, there's a functioning society on that ship where we're going to be able to barter and sell things, I'm sure.
So, how many experience points have you all gained this session? I
What's
think that's a
money?
lot.
I'm sitting on 9, I think, right now.
I'm at 8.
I have 8.
I'm at 8
Okay.
total.
Should we cash them in?
I think you need to spend. To
Five,
do this,
right?
you
It's
must
like-
have either used the skill and succeeded without the skill level during the session, or been instructed by a teacher for at least one shift. And also talents, you also have to spend time learning them. So you can't just,
What's the highest a skill can go?
5, I
Okay.
believe.
No, I think it's 8 total, right? Across the two stats.
What?
I don't think so.
I think it's
but I
5.
think that's maybe to start.
Or maybe to
But-
start. Okay.
Yeah. I'd have to.
She's gonna be the Hulk if you guys say that.
Well, attributes I don't think you can raise at all.
Attributes stay the same. It's the skills
yeah.
that can go up.
Okay.
Was there any other thing
I
we
can
can
definitely
do?
say Gigi needs to be investing in piloting.
We don't
Yeah.
need a pilot for this campaign, guys.
Can't we also get
Now we've landed,
talents
though.
or
Talents, yes.
something?
Yep. Skills and talents are basically where experience points go.
So we can add another talent. You're saying eventually? Or?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How much do talents cost? Hold on, let me open the thing and see.
Gotta imagine they very
5. 5. You need to
Oh.
spend a day practicing and make a wits roll.
Oh,
But if you have a teacher, you don't need to. You succeed the wits roll automatically.
then I think I'm just gonna get a skill then,
Okay.
because it had to have been used.
To do this, learning a new skill at level 1 costs 5 experience points. To do that, you have to have either used the skill and succeeded, or have an instructor. So for
Oh.
skills you already have, just by all means go ahead.
Just pop
Or
it
you
up.
just increase them?
Mhm.
Okay.
And I don't
it's-
see where it says there's a limit either.
It's how much to increase a skill? 5?
5.
Okay. Well, I've been using the heck out of Comtech, so I guess I'm.
I guess I'll probably upgrade my heavy machinery. I might be fixing some things.
Damn right. So speaking of you being damn right, I think I'm gonna put Spencer down as my rival.
You know, I
Are
should
you-
probably do the same thing with Rick.
Well, I was just gonna say the way, like the way the interactions have kind of gone. Are you cool with that, Mike?
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Okay, cool.
Attributes are capped at 5, and there isn't one. It doesn't say anything about there being a cap for skills. So I think your skills can go higher.
Is that at skill level 1 costs 5 XP?
Yes. And as long as we did touch on it, I'm okay with PvP in a
Oh.
campaign. I'm okay with it, as long as everyone else is okay with it. I do believe the rulebook makes a statement about how the initiator of PvP after the scene becomes an NPC.
Interesting.
So it's
What?
that's my understanding.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen. Granted, and I don't want to give the impression like I've played a ton of
No, it's
this,
fine.
but I have played a few.
No.
I don't think I've ever seen PvP actually happen.
Yeah.
So
No,
so
It's
I
meant to be like
that's
a
weird.
apex moment or something. I think,
first
or
off,
something.
I do appreciate you chiming in with the rules.
Right.
I don't ever worry about that. But when you do read the player versus player section, it says when the GM has called PvP, the players involved play out the current conflict to its conclusion. After that, the PC who has turned traitor, if they're still alive, becomes an NPC and is now under the control of the GM. The player in question is given a new PC to play if available. So I think, in my experience, I actually love that rule because it makes PvP as possible, so the dramatic thing can happen, but everyone involved knows you're kind of playing for keeps, right? So you got to really make it worth it, right? And I think that's
Join the
something we can all
dark
vibe
side.
with. Especially, also, the only problem is how we get a new player character for you to play.
How are
Well-
they going to pop up?
Yeah, we got a bunch of people in the freezers in the back, so.
Well, we technically have two.
Two?
If that, well, one for the scientist.
You got the
lady.
scientist, yeah. So you definitely.
But the other scientists,
Oh, Julia, yeah.
no, I mean our player character.
Oh, yeah. That's what I meant too. So you have at least
Okay.
one body in the freezer to replace lost.
That's
traitor.
that's her extra life.
Yeah. Any questions, or I think we're good to wrap it up there, guys.
This is fun. Thank you.
This was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
thanks,
This was
everybody.
a very. I feel like it's like the
Action-packed
culmination of like 3 sessions to get here. Yeah.
And then we're finally into the thick of things.
Mm-hmm.
Helios.
So just one clarification on PvP. Sorry, I know that we're trying to wrap up here, but
No, that's fine.
page 32 in campaign play, PvP is less common, and any such situations are resolved in the group without specific rules. You'll just need to work out your differences if you are to continue in the same crew of PCs. So the other rule about becoming an NPC is cinematic play.
Yep.
That's like the one shots. So
That makes sense.
But I guess what I was saying is that I like that rule for campaign play.
I absolutely am on board. However
Yeah.
you want to do it, Matt.
Yeah. So I think like the bickering that we're seeing between Rick and Spencer doesn't count, right? But if ever like Spencer's like, I've had enough of this, and he like tries to like wrench Rick in the back of the head, well then Spencer's an NPC at the end of that scene, you know.
Spencer wouldn't do
Right.
that.
So I guess where I'll ask to make sure that we're on the same page is that I do have that take control, like talent, which basically means I can manipulate people using my wits rather than empathy. So I would assume in that situation, that could potentially become a PvP type of situation, but we would handle that somewhat differently.
I think we'll know it when we're there, but I would assume that using that talent is not PvP, and turns out like then you lose Rick at the end of that. No, that's just Rick doing what he do. You know?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep.
I'm glad you asked. No, so I'm looking forward to the next session. We'll shoot for about 2 weeks. Give me time to like make some sort of a layout for Heliostat Station. It's kind of daunting to the idea of.
It's a big state. Yeah. It's a lot to come up with.
I've mapped dungeons before. I've never mapped out like a space station, so we'll see.
And we should make backup characters, you're saying, right?
Make a backup character, yeah.
Lots of characters.
Backup freezer characters.
Yep.
Somebody might want to play a pilot. Just saying.
We don't need a pilot for this campaign.
A medic.
So far, I'm right. You don't need a pilot for this campaign.
I mean,
It worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
the child was a good replacement.
Yeah.
All right,
the
guys.
kid, I mean.
I gotta hang up. I'm tired. I'm
Awesome.
tired.
Good game, everybody.
All
This
right.
is a really
Thank
good
you,
Thanks,
everyone.
guys.